Welcome on a freezing cold and rainy Thursday afternoon. Welcome to another episode with me, Dr. Mike Brass. This is a short video about security influencing and communication. Before speaking about security influence, you have to understand what security is. It is the mission-focused and risk-optimized governance of information, protecting the business objectives against degradation, denial, destruction, and misuse, using a balanced mix of people, policy, and technology, while perpetually improving over time. Remember, business is about value creation. We are in the business of consequence management, protecting that value creation. So you have to understand what drives the revenue for the business. We need to think about what we are doing, communicating, the impacts, and how it is perceived by the business. We must aim to have improvements with net ROI beyond immeasurable risk. Which brings us to who should be doing this. Any business should start with a CISO. Strategy is not an add-on. Companies of all sizes have a CEO, CIO in some form, a CFO, etc. Why should security be any different? Regardless of my own views, there are companies who hire technical CISOs and other companies who hire non-technical CISOs. I would assume that a non-technical CISO has some understanding of IT and security. You need a C-level thinking to establish a security strategy that will eventually work. A business security strategy being proposed by a technical role will likely be pointless and result in wasted spending. Security is about doing the right things for a particular business context. This includes how you get everyone and everything from working the way they are now to the way they need to be. This is not a security analyst's job. This is the role of a CISO. So what should you not do as a CISO when you're coming into an organization? You should not go in depth into your predecessor's mistakes, propose a massive restructuring plan, heavily increase the budget, have a big bang approach, changing frameworks, have a large-scale audit against that brand new framework. Do not set clear milestones. Do not properly align to business objectives. Unnecessarily change tools. Purchase new tools for no discernible benefit. Hire people for the sake of it. And two key executives' faces blame recently departed personnel for all problems. Whether you are a new CISO, an aspiring CISO, or an existing CISO, you have to understand the company culture and the risk tolerance. Security becomes part of the success through comprehensive alignment. Lead with how we shall know, and yes, but to understand objectives and align with the risks of the organization. The risks have to be articulated in terms of company objectives with impact on the core business goals. Look at it this way. There is business and governance objectives, leading to evaluate, direct, and monitor, leading to resources, leading to align, plan, organize, leading to build, acquire, and implement, leading to deliver, service, and support, leading to monitor, evaluate, and assess, and all going in a lovely feedback loop. The business can thus internalize what you are saying as helping to successfully achieve business objectives. Look at the initiatives from the perspectives of the people you are trying to influence, but don't assume foregone conclusions in advance or even during the conversations. Brainstorm various options until there are palatable solutions for the key stakeholders. Remember, there is diversity between legal, marketing, finance, etc. teams, which can be leveraged to ensure the best security risk management for your company. Use stories to explain why security matters and make explicit connections with each department's objectives and the overall company objectives. Build a profile of each exco or board member. Consider their backgrounds when you speak to them. Ask them questions about priorities, risk tolerance, and reputation. Go out of your way to show that you want to understand their work and their needs. Show concern for getting their work done. Good security does not cause interference. Above all, make sure you know what business your company is in before you speak with them. A good strategy for this is constructing a business model canvas. Obviously, you need to know your technology touchpoints from product development to a technical roadmap. But above all, prioritize culture over process and develop security champions throughout your company. The best focus is key in class security and business systems to provide the organization with the information, insights, advice, and support needed to deliver the protection of the value creation objectives of the business. The CISO is a senior leadership role working closely with the executive and colleagues across the organization. In terms of the staff throughout the company, periodic communication of policies, standards, and practices in a place where individuals can easily find them is important. Periodic communication through a channel often used by your staff is an effective way to keep the message in front of them, thus preventing digital dust. In terms of staff, which is something I have been asked about, I construct a skills matrix versus current business objectives, understand business growth plans, perform a gap analysis, create an ongoing skills update plan for the relevant personnel, and determine how best to meet the business's needs over the next 12 to 24 months. You need to map any argument for additional staff or bring in an MSSP on board against risks to the growth or value creation processes of the company. Should the company decline, this needs to be recorded and signed off as a risk acceptance. Keep in close contact with your CFO, as they will be the ones who know whether the company can afford a new staff member. For all you may know, the CFO may not have budgeted for a new staff member, as the business case had not yet been brought to their attention. As always, I wish you a great rest of the day, and you can find me on LinkedIn if you have any questions.